Yeah,
Although
literally I went to bed and then I just woke up today and I'm like, I feel different. I grow a beard? And I was like, wait a minute, I'm a cat now. Whatever. I was also in Hawaii for some reason. That's the weirder part. Hey everyone, and welcome to Why Are You Still Here? The show where we talk about many things, movies, Halloween,
novelization coming
Halloween,
soon, and you guys
Halloween.
don't understand the magnum
You don't
opus.
understand. You don't understand. And then finally, things that we purchase. But yes, you don't understand. I hope by the time you're watching this, it's out. But it's just so much work. And if you don't know what we're talking about the novelization of Halloween Ends episode. And it is like I told Lucas, I could retire from editing after this. Like it defines everything that I have learned over the last year of doing this show. Like every single tiny little thing, I managed to put it into this episode. So I'm ridiculously proud of it. And so I'm excited for people to see it. So
Well,
anybody watching this right now, please watch the entire episode.
the
I
people are
promise
gonna
you,
love
you
it.
won't regret it.
Well, because I mean, the proof is in the analytics. Anything we do
Yes,
Halloween, people fucking eat that shit up. They love it.
they
I
do.
I don't know if it's just a content consumption of the topic or people enjoy what we have to say about it, because I would say that we have had some very passionate discussions in the last
Mm-hmm.
2 months
I think it's
over
50-50.
Halloween. Okay. I would like to think our
Indeed, indeed.
personalities are shining through, but maybe that's a long shot. Anyway,
I mean, they always shine through. But yes, I have obviously special features 2018. Eh?
yep, we have two more to
Eh?
go. And
That's
then what are we going
correct.
to do after that?
Um, two from now is going to be a real shit show. The next one is going to be us just being like balls to the wall crazy, and then the one after that, all of a sudden, both of us are just going to be replaced by two other people or something. Like it's going to be weird. Like they're going to change it up completely.
No
Um,
warning. That would be funny.
yeah, exactly. Waste ends. Um, But yeah, so special features, if you don't already know the segment where we talk about things that we recently purchased, we talk about upcoming episodes, we talk about maybe episodes that we're thinking about in the future, or just whatever else is on our minds, like that kind of thing. So before we officially get started, I will say that I finally watched the movie Barbarian last night, and I'm sure you've heard about it. I mean,
Is
it's
that the
been
Airbnb
a
movie?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Corey's talking about it all the time, and I
And
still haven't seen it yet. Of course.
yeah, it's because of Corey that I watched it. I was gonna watch it anyway, but especially because I both of us have to finish up the rest of this year watching as many movies from this year as possible
Yes.
so we can
Yes. Yes.
formulate our lists in the most accurate way possible. And what I mean by that, um at the beginning of next year, at first I was going to say at the end of this year, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense because what if something fantastic comes out at the end of December or
It's
something,
possible.
So at the beginning of next year we're going to do a top 10 best and a top 10 worst list of
Movies in
2022,
2022.
right? Yes. And I will say just in advance at worst, it's more just sort of,
A ranking of what we've seen, not this
over
definitive.
exaggeration.
that people
You
tend to
know, like the top
associate with
10 best
lists.
is the best, but the worst, like there's nothing that's been like that bad that I've seen this year, but I'm gonna add some things to it that people might be surprised about. And I don't hate them. They were just the worst ones of the year. Okay. Not
Yes.
of all time. Anyway, so yes, I saw this movie and I've heard many mixed things about it. Like most people loved it, but then there are some people that were like, I don't know, it was okay. And some people that were like, it was a shit show. And so I don't know what I was expecting going into it. Like I was expecting some weird, like elevated horror, bullshit, that we've been getting a lot of recently. Like Midsommar and like, that kind of dealio, like
Hmm.
those Malignant, like those kind of movies. And it was like just a straight up horror movie, like classic cool horror movie. I really loved it, honestly. I don't know if it'll make my top 10. I think it might. I think it might be towards the bottom of it, but yeah, like Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise,
Hmm.
the dancing clown. No, he was really good in it. Everybody was really good in it, but Bill Skarsgård was good.
Very
And
good.
Justin Long was good. And the girl that was in it that I don't know the name of was good. So I'm excited for you to see it
Me
because
too.
it's good. It's good. I'm so happy I watched it. Honestly, I'll just say this and then we'll get into the two things that we have. I expected to start it and watch like the first 10 or 20 minutes of it, and I was hooked. I watched it from beginning to end without even pausing it or getting up a single time. Um, so
Did you buy
two
it or is
thumbs
it
up, I say.
streaming?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
So I think that's the only way you can see it other than physically buying it. So yeah, it's an
Very good.
exclusive, HBO Max exclusive. It was in theaters briefly, but whatever. So yeah, so we're gonna get into our purchases. I have two of them. Lucas has something, two or three or something. So let's jump into
Like
it.
five-ish, but the one of them is not like the rest, and the other one is just a group of things. So
One of these is not like the other.
so I'll just start with that one. So this is the only game that I've bought in like months since that PS4 tirade. And this was one of the
Yes.
games was on the list. It was this game, Persona 5.
Okay.
And I was perusing on Amazon. This was their Black Friday sale. They released the game again for PS5 and Series X. So here's the PS5 version. It's not just a re-release though. Look at this, Brandon. It's the best of both worlds for you and me. Are you ready?
It's the best of both worlds.
It's a slipcase steelbook.
Ah.
Yeah, and it was $30, half off. So I'm like, this is awesome. And I told James about it. We've been talking about it all weekend because he likes these kinds of games too. But it's really, really good, actually. I spent a lot of time playing it in the last 2 weeks. I have one
Yeah,
issue though. Like, if you just look
it's
at
not a James Bond game.
yes. Um, it's literally, I mean, everything about this, even down
Uh-huh.
to the CDs, like it is the same fucking game, just this one is at 60 frames per second. There's no other difference. The PS4 Pro
Hmm.
makes it 4K or whatever and stable, not 4. Is it 4K? I don't even know. But it stabilizes it,
Yeah,
makes it 30.
yeah, I guess it is 4K. That's what they claimed at least. I never had a PS4 Pro, so I
So
don't know. But I believe so. Like 4K at 30 frames per second or something like that.
yeah, so this one is the same, just at 60. And I'd much rather play everything at 30 frames, but like this is just like the tune of so many releases this generation. They're cross-platform, they're older, and they're more expensive. And I don't know, man. This generation's weird. I just want the cross stuff to end and just make new PS5 games and take advantage of the hardware. But I will bitch about that forever. So Anyway, you can go on to your purchase. That's the only game/movie I picked up this
I
month.
mean, they need to release Grand Theft Auto 5 for the 27th time at
And they
this
fucking
point, which
released it again on
I'm so
PS5.
sick of that game. It was a good game in 2013. Like,
Exactly.
give us Grand Theft Auto 6,
And that's
you
that's how I feel
stupid
about Skyrim. You
bastards.
guys know Skyrim is like my favorite game. Fucking make the sixth one. Just make Elder Scrolls 6. Come on. Come the fuck on.
I'm so sick of the greed, honestly. Um,
And I
and Grand
bought
Theft
it
Auto
every
6 has
fucking time.
been in production for like 5 or 6 years now, and there's been so many leaks about it. It's like, release it, and they won't, not yet, at least, because they're still making so much money off of the stupid, like, they're not called expansion packs, but basically expansion packs of
Yeah, the
Grand Theft Auto
GTA
5.
Online shit. So
Yeah,
they once that last expansion pack flops and once that last re-release nobody buys it, then they'll say, "Oh, here we go, guys, trailer." So
I
fuck them.
hope so. God, I hope so.
You know, back when we were kids, Brandon, Rockstar made games that weren't just GTA.
Well,
Like
they still make
so
Red
many.
Dead Redemption.
Oh, that's wonderful. But they made a lot more
It
back
is
in the
wonderful.
day.
Um,
Anyway,
they've been asking, people have been asking for a Bully 2 and
I
a
was just
Bully,
about
like,
to say I want another Bully
um,
game. Bully is
like
great.
not remake, but like a remaster of Bully, I guess people have been asking about it. So, yes, okay. So number one, this is a really quick and easy one. It's this shirt. I
Oh,
almost forgot
nice.
about it. Because this was not the one item I was thinking about. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got this at Walmart. I saw it. Honestly, it was the colors that attracted me to it.
You
I
know,
was
the
like, what is
licensed
this?
shirts at, department stores are nowhere near as bad as they used to be. In fact, I tend to like them.
Oh, they've been stepping up their game
Yeah, even at
massively. Coles is my favorite, but
Kohl's has good ones. Camp
they've been
Crystal
stepping
Lake,
up their
no
game.
place to hide.
Correct. My one and only Matrix shirt came from there as well.
Very good.
But I'll be honest and calls it as I sees it. I did get a Stranger Things shirt there one time that I can't wear because the decal on it is like this,
Oh, it's wonky.
sideways on it, and I had already taken the tags off and washed it by the time I noticed, so there's no way I could return it. So it just sits in my drawer. And I've tried to wear it and it looks too ridiculous. So but yes, that's numero uno, and there's only one more after this. So
Good. So I'll
if you
just
have
lump all
five,
these.
then I would do three together, and then I'll do mine, and then you do your last one.
I'm actually just going to put them all together because they're so
Okay.
similar that there's really no point.
All right.
I already wore this on the channel and I showed it to you earlier, but I picked up my ghost face hat. I love it. I love the text on the bottom because whenever I wear it, and I don't wear hats like all the time, but sometimes I do when my hair kind of looks like this and I just don't want to do anything with it. I always like when people look up and they're reading it. I'm like, yep, ghost face.
Anytime we have seen a movie together, you show up wearing a hat. It's like a thing.
I guess now I'll have to keep up with appearances.
Mm-hmm.
But now, so he's sitting.
That
The
might have
hat,
only happened one time. I don't know.
the hat. Actually, Halloween ends in our short. I don't have a hat on. I remember that, so no, I didn't. But um, he's sitting on my 25th anniversary mask right on the top, so he's wearing a hat. Very good.
Very nice.
And you showed off one of these, but I picked up them both at the store. The Pride mask and Patriot mask. Good to pick up at the same time. I thought it was funny. This one just specifically, and you told me that Ghostface is big in the gay community. Apparently, I just think horror is in general. Actually, because Chucky is huge in the gay community and
It
other things that I've seen.
is nothing as much as Scream, and Child's Play is a little bit, of course. But
Okay.
Scream is like the biggest. Don't know why. Gay people have good taste. What can I say? Not that I'm saying I'm gay. I'm not. Stop
Contrary to
accusing
popular
me.
belief, yes, but
Yeah, exactly.
I sat in the store, spent about 10 minutes going through because there was actually a good amount of both of them. And I got pretty good copies of both of them. But
Yeah.
I really don't like that. This is the first Scream mask, ghost face mask, whatever, that I bought. That's I don't like it. Not that I'm gonna wear it,
Nobody
but
does. Yeah, right.
kind of
I
shitty.
know.
Do these
It
have
would be much
elastic
better if they
bands in
made it out
them?
of
I don't think
vinyl.
I ever even looked inside of them. Yes, it has an elastic band. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, that like plastic thing. I mean, it's fine for those, but
Yeah, just for
yeah,
display purposes. But then there was
correct.
the last one, my my AliExpress ghost face mask that I actually do. I
Hmm.
like it. I think it looks good for $11. I don't like wearing it though. Feels really weird. There's no
It smells.
elastic. So I aired it out. Like I turned the shroud inside
Well,
out.
there's no elastic in any of
And
them
that's what I was
from
gonna
that
ask you.
era,
So
which is the
and
Scream 3 era.
I don't know if these are shorter than what's on there, but I tied it on my head one time and I got it. I tried to wear it the other day and they're just really short. And I don't have a huge head, so maybe it's just a tiny mask. But
I mean, you can pull them real good.
pull
And
them real good.
dun 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 dun, dun.
But
Yeah,
I did like it for the price.
because it's cheap and it's fake, so you can pull it as hard as you want, you know, and nothing bad could happen to it because even if it rips, it's fine. It's not like we're talking about an expensive mask here,
Yeah,
and you want to
yeah.
be more
Let's
delicate
not
with
mince
them.
words or confuse
But
anything.
I can get them tied on my giant ass head. Not well. Like I
Hmm.
think you're probably just trying to tie it differently. All you need to do is just have them crossed with each other. And
Oh, you don't have to
so
cross it and then do it again to knot it.
no,
Okay, I figured it would just slide right out. And if there's one thing,
no,
and I
that's why you're
understand,
having a problem.
and I understand that you don't like the belt, but my like biggest pet peeve is I hate seeing those out of the side of a hood.
I
And
100%
and
agree.
I
I
see
bitched
it
about this before on the
I see
show.
it on expensive costumes, on the Scream
Hmm.
robes when is someone still wearing it. And I'm like, what the fuck
Yep.
are you doing? You're gonna spend $500, half a grand on this amazing robe, and you don't even have the
Yep.
wherewithal to know how to wear the
Because
like.
they don't know what they are. I mean, they're ties, they're not tassels. That's the thing, is people think that they're tassels. I've complained about this before on the show. It's super annoying, but
Yeah, just then now that I've gotten more into like Ghostface stuff, like I've said in the last year, I see these things now, and they really bother me a lot.
agreed, agreed. All right, so my last thing is this arrived the other day. I ordered it, I don't know, maybe May of this year, April or May. It was from Walmart. As far as I knew, Walmart is the only people that had it. So it's like a Walmart exclusive. And
Okay.
it's this cool little, I don't know, mini pop
Oh,
vinyl Michael
I
Myers
hate pops, but
display.
I really like it for the display.
Yeah, it's cool. It's bigger
Move
than
it
I
closer.
thought it was going to be.
Is
I really
Michael's
thought it was,
jumpsuit orange?
yeah, it's glow in the dark,
Okay.
as you can see. Right there, and it
Yeah,
does say
yeah.
only at Walmart. So yeah, it has like a little poster behind it. Judging by the weight, I think the poster might be metal, because this is quite heavy. And yeah, so it's just a fancy color, orange, obviously, orange and yellow to be like the pumpkin behind it.
Hmm.
um and yeah, it's cool.
I like
it's
it.
um it's interesting because when I saw the display of this, the picture on the ad listing, whatever you want to call it, on the Walmart website, I thought it was going to be like a mini pop. You know how there's like mini ones? I thought this was going to be like a mini one, but this is a full-sized one. So it's cool. I won't be taking it out. It also has a little stand on it. Actually, I think judging by what I see here, it looks like it's a whole display with a
Oh,
bottom
like a
to it.
box.
There's no sides, but yes,
Okay.
like a backdrop kind of thing. But yeah, it's super cool. I
Nice.
like it a lot. I'm not the biggest pop fan either, but
Hmm.
the problem is that when it comes to certain properties, like James Bond, Halloween obviously has a couple companies have the license, but when it comes to James Bond stuff, if you want like a James Bond figure to
You
represent
better get it.
your love for the series, pops are the only way to do it, unfortunately. Or if you're like, I want to show the world I'm a fan of Friends, well, pops are the only way to do that, and they're ridiculously expensive to get your hands on those ones. So yeah. So I have every single James Bond pop that's ever come out. I have most of the
Impressive.
Michael Myers ones. I have a couple Doctor Who ones, and that's it. I mean, it's a lot, but in general, it's not that much. I kept most of them in their boxes. Oh, I have Santa Claus ones. I forgot about that. Can never go wrong with Tim Allen. That's what I say.
No, sir.
So, nope. But oh, and the Lucas pop.
Limited edition, 1 of 1.
Yep, 1 of 1. Yep. And then you press it and it goes. That was easy. When did you record that?
Staples, they contacted me back in the mid 2000s. Even back then I had a voice like this.
Yes, I believe that you were born with that voice. But that's it. In conclusion, let's take a look at this picture of me holding my very first cat Whiskers.
Very good. You haven't aged a day.
I know, right?
You know, honestly,
Wouldn't that be sad? I do I mean, I know what you're about to say. Throw some
what?
glasses on that. Looks
No,
pretty
actually,
similar.
I was going to say something completely different. I was
Oh,
going to
okay.
say, since this is the 90s, had
Look
Macaulay
at that denim
Culkin
shirt.
not been around to do Home Alone, I know what your favorite.
I would have been good at that shit. Oh my God. And just to make us all feel old, because I just have two pictures sitting here. Always. Don't know why, but this is me with my very first nephew being born, Addison, who is now 18 years old.
I was about to say, what is this, like 2002?
Well, that math doesn't really work now, does it?
2004?
There we go. Ding, 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 ding. But yes, he's 18. That should make us all feel like old pieces of shit.
Yes, you should, as
Indeed.
we all shall.
Indeed, indeed. Alrighty. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you utter so much as one syllable, I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish. If you'd like to fax me, press a star key.
The ending was very good. So that was spot on.
I mean, if I want to do it louder, then I can do it louder. But,
totally understandable.
Bye, everybody.
With some of our two favorite characters that'll gut you like a fish.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bye, everybody.